I got shamed by a group of my students last week. I was extremely emotional and I actually had to take about 15 minutes to go cry in the bathroom because I was so disgusted and upset by their behavior.
All right, what do you guys think of this? This teacher says that she got shamed. So we're talking about SLUT, shamed by teenage boys at the school where she teaches because of something that she was wearing. There's something that needs to be observed about the way that she's talking about this particular situation that I think most of you guys might have an issue with. I definitely did. Let's keep listening.
They're probably between ages 13 and 15. They're freshmen. And this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, just so you know, they're saying that your outfit is not appropriate and talking about your..." I look at them and I'm like, "Are you actually saying that right now? Are you serious?" And they were like, "No, we weren't." But they were like laughing. I'm not going to infantilize them and say that they shouldn't know because they should. They're 14. But the worst part is the school didn't suspend them or reprimand them in any way because I think that behavior is like so normalized and it's dismissed as boys will be boys. But it was incredibly degrading and dehumanizing because I was just wearing pants that fit my body.
All right, so you guys heard it for yourself. This teacher's like, these young teenage boys were looking at my outfit and they were saying, hey, her outfit's inappropriate. Her cheeks were showing, so on and so forth, right? A very inappropriate, awkward conversation to have with what are young teenage boys. Here's my issue with this thing, because here's what's surprising. I actually do think that a young man should know not to, like there's a way to talk to adults. I do think there's a way to approach this whole particular situation. Here's the thing though. This top comment here made me realize that she just doesn't like men in general and probably wouldn't hold women, if they did something of the equivalent, or young girls, to that same exact standard. Never mind that if you go on her page and you check out her bio here, you have queer, leftist, feminist, and all type of woke and highly liberal tags here. And so it makes sense that she's highly that she got shamed for her outfit. Was her outfit inappropriate? If it was highly inappropriate, then it should be expected that somebody's going to say something. If it wasn't and they were just acting up, then, a stern talking to, hey, don't talk about an adult woman's behind like that. It's inappropriate. Okay, cool, move on. Here's my problem. Top comment here reads, "I hate teenage boys." Here's what's going to surprise you. She liked this comment. I know you can't see that she liked this comment, but she liked this comment. Chisha, why should we take your word for it? You don't have to. Let's check out the replies. Someone responded back and says, "I wish we as a society would make an effort to educate them so this doesn't happen, at least their parents or something." Okay, never mind that. That's not what we're talking about. How does this prove that she liked this comment of "I hate teenage boys"? As a teacher, this person here says her liking this comment about her students is crazy though. She should not be teaching if this is how she feels about them. And so you might be confused. What happened to the like? She unliked it. She unliked it as soon as people started calling this out. And now I have issues, right? I do not want, or I wouldn't want, some extreme, far left feminist woman teaching my sons, who I know is online, liking comments like "I hate teenage boys." Like she liked this comment, "I hate teenage boys." Let's check out the rest of this thread. This guy goes on to say, but if a male teacher was liking comments saying he hates teenage girls, then it would be a problem. Think of a male teacher who's working at a school who's liking comments saying "I hate teenage girls." That would be a serious problem. I've always said, man, that as much as people may disagree with what I may think, or what men who maybe value certain traditional dynamics within relationships, or when it comes to social issues in society, though we may differ, one thing you'll never hear me say is "I hate anybody," or insert anybody who you think I hate, because I really do not. I really don't. I don't have that type of hatred for other people. Why? Because I'm living my life. I'm grateful, and my beliefs and the things I value don't come from a place of hate. But we often allow this type of rhetoric of hatred. And how do you think these boys feel being raised up in schools where they're made to feel like they are the problem for just being men? They want to turn these men into male feminists. Well, Chisha, how do you know? Check out this other video, because if you go on her page, here she is talking about how men should embrace feminism, right? Let me see what else people said here. Oh, please, she can feel some type of way. Oh, wow, look at this. So here are women who are actually supporting that whole I hate teenage boys. Wow, this is crazy. There's so many statistics that prove why this isn't the same. Let's see. Yeah, except most teenage girls aren't SLUT shaming. I mean, it's on the screen. I don't even know at this point. They're female teachers, are they? Or they're male teachers, right? So they don't care. They do not care. This next commenter says, if he hated female students because they sexualized and shamed him, then that wouldn't be unreasonable. So they actually support hate. This is what these 55 people who liked the fact that this female teacher liked that comment of I hate teenage boys, which is a general statement. They're like, yeah, if you can justify hate, then it's okay to hate other people. Incredible. He goes on to say your first instinct is to generalize and hate an entire group of people. They're kids. Somebody else who says, yes, feminists have been trying to get men to do this for years. In parentheses, they're the ones with the majority of social influence and therefore are the only ones who can do it. And yet, all right, let's see. Wow. This is crazy. And so this is how society loses young boys. Like if you're wondering, young boys who will soon become men, how do you lose them? You lose them by demonizing them, painting them as villains, hating their masculinity. And don't get it twisted. These young men end up realizing, and they know that you are some type of a feminist. They see your account probably. Shoot. And they will grow up saying, you know what? That woman had a problem with men. And you wonder why a lot of these Gen Z young men lean towards more conservative values. It's because of chicks like this.
If men would actually listen to us, you guys would realize that feminism also benefits you because of how much you hate us. It genuinely interferes with your ability to listen to our arguments. Feminism at its core is about dismantling existing structures that harm women. Also, on the flip side, it's about intersectionality. We don't like toxic masculinity. We don't like the fact that, yeah, men can't cry, that you guys are taught that from a young age, because that's what leads to suicide, ideation, and potentially violence as you get older. We don't think that's okay either. Yes, we care about your mental health. So maybe listen to our conversations instead of just immediately getting defensive. It's not personal.
It's not personal. Yeah. Insane, man. Again, you have 200 plus comments right here of people defending this woman for saying she hates teenage boys, right? And this is why you the feminist movement, modern feminist movement in specific, will get nowhere because they believe this is how you get things done, using hate. So yeah, I'm looking at all these comments. These people are defending. They're defending the hate. Unbelievable.